true.
I would put the gray one in
All
the
right.
middle, and
We
then
are
put the other
live.
two. Yeah.
Yeah, I have it pulled back because we have guests coming in the second
Okay.
part.
Yep.
All right, we are live. We are recording. And here we go.
Welcome to the Tom Bernard Podcast with the family. And
Catherine Brandt.
Andy Brant Bernard.
And Kristen Bird.
see, Kristen Bird Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So, what's the latest?
Well, just a little button on yesterday with Mark Malkoff. I heard from his wife, and she just said that he had a great time with you. So,
Well, you know what's interesting about that? Since we've kind of moved a few things around, I don't have his number anymore, but Nick DiPaolo sent me a message through Nick Swardson that he wants to get a hold of me, and I tried to call his old number, but he didn't answer.
Well, Nick's got your number. He can always give it. Just text Nick to give it to.
To give it to DiPaolo.
Yeah.
Nick DiPaolo's a great guy. I love
Problem
Nick.
solved.
But yeah, a lot of those national people now. I guess the show's gotten to the point now where enough people like the Nick Swardsons of the world are telling other people they want to come on the show, and I didn't even know that, but now I do know it, so that's good.
Yay.
Right?
yes, that is good. Yeah.
We watched something super creepy last night.
What do we watch again?
That show about Ed Gein.
Oh, Ed Gein.
Oh, yeah, with Charlie Hunnam.
Oh, God.
Everyone's watching that.
Oh, I don't know
Everyone.
if that's good for anybody's mental health to watch
I mean,
this
like
show.
wearing someone's skin.
We're not to
Yeah.
that point yet, but and I don't know how much of the story is true. I mean, how do they know what his background was and what his mother was like? I mean, she was born in the 1830s and died
Yeah,
in
it's always a
1943.
Hollywood version or
Yeah.
interpretation of the facts that they do have.
Yeah.
So, of course, you're going to interpret dialogue and you're going to interpret thoughts and feelings, but
Yeah, well, they're also blaming the mother for how nuts he is.
Right, yeah, they are. Yep, it's
Because
true.
she's super religious and super
Yep.
awful and super everything you
Yep.
do is a sin and all women are harlots and how you can't go out with women. It's a sin. It's a sin.
that
I
would be
mean-
like, I know that is like a microcosm into his problems. Do you know what I mean? It's like he starts out with like mental health issues and then, there are other things that might exacerbate it.
I don't know, she was pretty harsh, this one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
she
yeah.
was nuts. She was nuts in a different way. Yeah.
I got to tell you something
I don't know if he had a shot.
that happened to me back in the day. And, I love when we do stories like this because this stuff pops into my head that I completely forgot about. But during that whole Ed Gein thing, and that was what, the 70s, Andy? The 80s?
No.
No, it was
Ed Gein.
earlier.
I
It was
think
the
that
It was like the
60s.
50s and 60s.
50s and 60s.
It was
when
the
came.
50s and 60s? No
Let's see,
wonder.
his first murder was it was all in the 50s. He stood
okay.
trial in the 60s, but the murders happened in the 50s.
Okay,
So,
that makes sense.
Well, this show made him a murderer in the 1940s because in the show, he kills his brother. He whacks him over the head with a giant log
Right.
and kills
I don't
him
know
and then
if
covers
that
it up.
happened.
I don't know if that happened. I mean, that's the whole thing. You don't know what happened, really.
Let's
Yeah, you have
see.
to remember these are like Ryan Murphy interpretations. So
Yeah, that's true.
He did have an older brother named Henry.
Who he
Okay.
killed.
So, 2 facts so far.
Henry did wait.
He was killed.
Well, in the show. I don't know.
Let's see. I'm kind of like doing
And
what I can here.
In the show, they don't realize that he murdered him. He covered it up. So
Yes, Henry did die, but they never really figured out why.
Okay.
My favorite story as far as the Ed Gein deal is concerned. So it was the
My
late
favorite story.
well, this is a hell of a story. It was the late 50s. That would make sense because I was about 7 years old, 8 years old, something like that. So that would make tons of sense. My mother's last name was Dane, Dehn, right? And she had some cousins and brothers, and she had a couple of brothers. But one of her cousins, who of course would be my second cousin or something?
Once removed.
Once removed. He decided his family decided, well, like Lamont Dean was a relative of mine also. They pronounced the last name differently. There was Dane and there was Dean. And then all of a sudden, I find out that I have an uncle whose name is Ed, who called himself Ed Dean. Why would you do that in the late 50s? There's an Ed Gein and Ed Dean. Could you really tell I said anything different there from Gein to Dean?
If you said it really fast, you wouldn't know the difference.
No.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go by Ed Dean back in the day when there was an Ed Gein?
Maybe you thought it was funny.
Yeah, it's really
Wow, that's a
hilarious.
sense of humor for you.
That is dark.
By the way, let me point something out. He was later murdered.
Uh-oh.
By
Or
Ed
reverse
Gein?
Ed Gein.
Did Ed Gein get Ed Dean?
No, I don't know who got Ed Dean, but somebody got Ed Dean, beat him to death with a pipe. I had three uncles, two great uncles and one uncle that were murdered.
That's terrible.
Well, it's been a great way to go through life. It's really restful and peaceful, knowing that they bumped off half your family. But I got the feeling that those guys might have been dealing in stuff they shouldn't have been dealing in.
Yeah.
Like my
Did
Uncle
Minneapolis
Augie
have a mob?
Oh,
huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
We had a
Yeah.
Jewish mob, and I don't know what else.
We did indeed, no question. But yeah, don't go by Ed Dean if your name is Ed Dean, not Ed Gein. Gee, it's just too close.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. All I have to say is just too close together, no question. So what's going on in the world there?
Well, we didn't talk about it yesterday because we were talking about Johnny Carson, which is
Right,
good. But
sure.
just kind of the whole Prince Andrew thing is really
Oh,
blowing
yeah.
up. Yeah. It's kind of important to talk about just because I feel like every single time we like ramp this up, it falls away. But I feel like Virginia Giuffre, who is she died by suicide earlier this year, but it is her memoir that kind of stirred things up yet again. Her memoir, Nobody's Girl, was released on Tuesday. And right before this happened, that's when the royal family is like, we're taking away Prince Andrew's titles, which, he's no longer the Duke of York. And that's really just kind of superficial because Parliament actually has to remove the title. So we'll see if they actually act on all of this. But it is now starting to, again, renew interest in the case. I feel like every couple of months this kind of comes up. But while Virginia didn't necessarily name people in the book, some of these people were named in her lawsuit. So you can kind of put together who the prime minister was who was violently abusive to her while raping her. It's a former Israeli prime minister, allegedly.
Wow.
Ehud Barak. So, and he was the Israeli prime minister from 1999 to 2001. There are, mentions of former senators like George Mitchell from Maine and the late Governor Bill Richardson from New Mexico. Again, you just kind of have to line up who's anonymously mentioned in the book to who was mentioned in her civil lawsuit against Prince Andrew, which, by the way, he settled for about $12 million in 2022, and Queen Elizabeth paid it because he didn't have the money.
Yep.
But
It's
at this
high
point,
time these high-ranking people go to jail. It's high time.
100%. And this is a reminder that Ghislaine Maxwell is the only one who's been held accountable, and she's the only woman. And she's guilty, too. She's guilty of abusing these girls. So it's not like she was like the secretary, like trafficking these women. She participated in the actual abuse, too. But it's also time that the men, and I don't care what political party they belong to, are all held accountable. It is a humanity issue. It's not a political issue.
Well.
And the one thing I want to note out of this is that Virginia was a very big fan of Donald Trump because she believed that he was going to do the right thing and release the Epstein files, which I think is an interesting note in this. He is mentioned in the Epstein files, but he is not mentioned as one who abused Virginia in her memoir. So there seems to be a lot of things going on there. But there's mentions of Bill Clinton, of course, being around. And I mean, it's just amazing, like the names Elon Musk being around. These are people who are still out there and working in our, community.
I don't really understand where that all comes from because basically, and I can guarantee you, if I asked Andy or Kristen, if I asked your husband, or if you asked me, Kath and I have been together 45 years now. We've been married 41 years, and I love her more today than I ever have. Where does that go with most people? I mean, the longer we've been together, the more I love this woman. She's been great to me for all these years, all the rest of it. Why don't you find somebody like that you'd like to live with?
It's only one of me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the answer right there. There's only one of me, Tom, so, I can't handle it. But
Well, this is about power, though. This isn't about,
I suppose,
marriages and relationships. I mean, people who are trafficking this is dark. This is something completely different. And people, I think, and I see some of the commentary too, that, a lot of these people are probably going to get away with it. And of course they are, because that's why people are holding up getting these released. And it's a shame because they know of at least 2,000 women who were trafficked within Epstein circles.
2,000.
At least 2,000. 2,000 who have come forward.
But again, I have to ask that as a man in America today. Why wouldn't you find one woman and go, hey, look how lucky I got, instead of, hey, I've got 2,000 women's name, want to have sex with you? What? I don't understand. That's really what you want out of your life, is to treat everyone like a whore. That's what you want. Is that right?
Well, when you're not viewed, oftentimes people don't view women as the equal sex. So, what do you do?
My grandma, my mother, and my sisters taught me how not to do that. And then when I got together with this one over here, it got stronger.
Well, ChatGPT says that Elon Musk is mentioned in newly released documents related to Jeffrey Epstein, which include a tentative plan for Musk to visit Epstein's island in December 2014, but he never went, as well as scheduled meetings with other prominent figures like Peter Thiel, I don't know how to pronounce his name, and Steve Bannon. However, there are no accusations of wrongdoings against Musk in these documents. So, just to be clear.
So they just throwing the name out there to draw attention?
Well, I think he was invited to the island multiple times and never went. Mm-hmm. He had a scheduled lunch with Peter, a planned breakfast with Bannon.
We also have to add another layer to this. Even if they were not accused of trafficking, it is the financial dealings with Jeffrey Epstein that also kept this trafficking situation afloat. And so there's a lot of dirty money tied to all of this. And
because nobody seems to know why Epstein's a billionaire.
Right.
Or was.
He was involved. He handled Les Wexner's money. And I think that there's a lot of current billionaires who are tied to this, maybe not necessarily in terms of trafficking per se, but keeping because Epstein was selling access. So basically he would invite people over and say, well, I have access to the royal family via Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew, of course, has allegations of rape against him, but now we have access to the king or the queen or princess if you want to do dealings in the UK. So it becomes dirty money.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't understand the thrill of that. Look how many women I've slept with. Who cares?
It's a weird power trip.
I suppose that's what it is.
Yeah.
But
it went on for decades, and that's what's gross. Yeah. It's just gross, because a lot of these girls were under 18, and they were girls.
Well, it's happening in the UK constantly, and high-ranking officials and the government are just denied it, just absolutely said, we're not going to do anything about that because we don't want to look Islamophobic. Thousands and thousands of girls in that. So, I mean, when we're talking about girls aren't having a nice track record right now. They're just not. And they haven't for a long time. No.
No, the whole thing is very, very unusual. I just, like I said, it just doesn't lock in my head why you'd even want to do that. I mean, I don't, if I have to do that to hang out with very famous people, I don't really want to hang out with very famous people.
Well, that's the other thing, is the company you keep.
Yeah.
You can all, you start doing drugs and hanging out with people that think that this is a normal everyday activity. And they've got people that they think are okay with the abuse because they're paid to do it. They're sex workers. So they think, I can do whatever I want to them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally, that's sad.
in Epstein circles, they preyed on girls that didn't have a great home life.
Exactly.
And Virginia writes about that. She was sexually abused by her father, and she was, she took a job at Mar-a-Lago and was kind of recruited from there. And she said, you know what? They gave me an apartment. Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell gave her an apartment, so she was living on her own. But what they did was isolate her away from her family, allowing all of this. It became the gateway for this to all happen. They got her a passport. She started traveling internationally. You see her at like Naomi Campbell's like 31st birthday party, and you see this tiny little like 17-year-old who looks like she's about 14, and you're thinking, what is she doing at Naomi Campbell's 31st birthday with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell?
The whole thing is just disgusting. I just find the whole thing flat out disgusting. That people, is it a power thing? Is it a look how sexual I am? I mean, what is it? I don't get it.
It's power. It's dark power, dark money.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I like is you meet someone and you fall in love and you move in together and get married. Boy, what a horrible idea.
That's a sweet, old-fashioned Hallmark rom-com.
But that's always been very, very important to me. Because as a little boy, my father, again, did all the stuff that he did. As I watched him do it, I said, I will never act like that as long as I live. No matter if it was, he was banging every woman in the neighborhood, apparently, which I didn't know until a couple of years ago.
Lovely.
Yeah, just a lovely situation. But I mean, it just, I had no interest in any of that. But you have to understand another thing, and maybe you guys can answer this for me. I was 100% raised by women. Do you think that had the big difference?
Oh, I think anyone, can get involved. It has nothing to do with that. I mean, I even look at someone like Bill Gates. His ex-wife, Melinda, is literally like his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. He has not been accused of doing anything in terms of the sex trafficking. His wife said, if you continue to hang around Jeffrey Epstein, this is going to be a problem. And he would not stop associating with him in terms of business.
Really?
And Melinda has been very, and she's like, that is his cross to bear and his question to answer. But she has basically said that was one of the reasons he was having affairs too. But that was one of the key issues in our marriage, because remember, Jeffrey Epstein went to jail in 2008 for pedophilia, and people still continued to flock around him once he got out of jail.
No, I didn't even know that.
I didn't either.
And he got a sweetheart deal thanks to the then Attorney General of Florida, which I believe was Bill Barr. So,
Bill Barr.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but do you think any of the four of us or anybody listening to the show right now can even understand why you'd want to do this? We're going to just bring in every whorish person, man and women we can find. What?
I don't know. Maybe there's with billionaires, sometimes I wonder how, they've done everything. They own everything. People will do pretty much anything to get in their good graces a lot of times. I just wonder sometimes if they just want to push it so hard to see when somebody pushes back. It's like, how bad can I be before somebody says that's it?
And when you've reached billionaire status, like, you have it all technically in terms of like money, you can buy anything, you can go anywhere. What other thrill is there at that point?
Right, exactly.
It should be donating to charity and helping to solve problems. But when you're in that bubble, obviously I'm not in that bubble. When you're in that bubble, I think things just look different.
Yeah, like Bill Gates. It's like, just sit down, Bill. Stop releasing weird mutated mosquitoes. Stop doing.
I mean, anything that kills mosquitoes, I'm in favor of.
Stop
That's science or not.
Knocking down forests and burying the trees. You're not a scientist. You're not a climatologist. You're not any of these things. Stop it. I wish that they could somehow put him away. I just am tired of him meddling in absolutely everything just because he's got money.
Yeah, he's got the power, so he can do it.
I know, it's sad.
all of them. It's that whole billionaire circle. Just
It is.
Yeah.
take them all.
It's really unfortunate that this even goes on, that using other people for your benefit in any, I even agree with being upset about the fact that, I'm hanging around with this Phil guy and he's got a lot of influence, so boy, am I going to gain from hanging out with him. Why would I want to hang out with somebody? Because I can make my own money.
Well, that's how a lot of people make it in the world
They
is
do,
by
yeah.
getting financing and
I guess.
somebody's endorsement. It's all it takes a lot of times.
All it
And
takes.
people will do it by any means possible too. There's
They
plenty
will,
of
yeah.
that. We see it in Hollywood. You see it in politics, where people will just they're willing to trample over others in order to get ahead.
Right.
Oh, they'll destroy your life if they can. They'll say stuff about you that's not true in the least, and people want to believe it because you're famous.
Yep.
I mean, that's really the worst part of this whole deal is if one word, if you're young right now and you're working hard to get somewhere and you want to make a lot of money, just be prepared for the day. Well, if they don't agree with your politics 100%, they will go after you. They just will.
Well, it's the
They've been going
social
after me
media
my
herd
whole life.
mentality.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. I mean, it literally started with me when, Catherine, about 30 years ago? No, longer than that, 40 years ago. Isn't
The
that
social
amazing?
media stuff?
No, not just
Oh.
the word getting out there, oh, this son of a bitch. If you get too popular too fast, people don't like that.
Well, they love to build you up, and then you get to the top, and then they
No,
flick
that's
you off.
exactly right.
Well, Minneapolis is a small town in a lot of ways, and you didn't go to the brunches and the lunches and the things that you were invited to, and they
Kiss
don't like
anyone's
that.
ass. Well, I will not kiss anybody's ass, and you know that. You've known me long enough, everybody on the show right now. That's just not part of who I am. Oh, I'll suck up to you because you have money. I make my own money.
Yeah.
I don't need your money.
Like I said, it was more of a, you were like a rebellious guy. And
Yeah, I
some
suppose.
You didn't
people didn't like that.
schmooze.
You didn't schmooze. You should have schmoozed.
I literally had 36 more months left in my plan to stay at KQ for exactly 40 years and then retire. And they knew that, and they had to get rid of me 3 years earlier. They just had to do
Well,
it.
you almost made it.
Almost.
They don't give the gold watch anymore. So they just do it when it's fitting for them. It's fitting their timeline, not yours.
Yep.
It's amazing. People are just,
Well,
I
think
find
about
out-
it. People used to stay with the same company their entire career, and then they would
Yeah.
retire, and
Yep.
that was that. And now, no one has any loyalty to any company because lurking around the corner is a layoff. Why would you be loyal to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and every time they bring in a new CEO on the board, they want to get rid of everybody anyway and start, their vision of the company. Yeah.
Yeah, no question. That's really sad that people really act. I didn't want to believe that back in the day when I was much, much younger and I first heard about this kind of thing. I didn't want to believe that anybody is that filthy. And as it turns out, most people are that filthy.
No.
Oh, I would say
I don't
most
think
people
most,
are.
no.
What do you think, Andy, Kristen?
I don't know about most, but many.
Yeah.
I think you're being a little dramatic, Tom.
Dramatic.
Tom, being dramatic.
Me being dramatic? What
No way.
It's never happened before.
I just like it more when I hear a story of somebody helping somebody out when they don't have to. Those are the stories I love. Not how much money you made, but you actually helped someone you didn't have to help, but you did it anyway. That's what I want to hear. You got so much money, help people out. Get off your ass, go help people.
Yeah. Instead of my yacht's bigger than yours.
Exactly.
Oh, I'll just go buy a bigger one.
Yep.
Right. And how
Totally
many
wish they
yachts
would.
do you need? Like, how many? When is it enough? When you sit there and you see people collecting houses and you
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
at what point are you like, this is awesome?
They could do so much for so many people with yacht money.
It's true.
With yacht money.
I mean, they really could.
It's true, though.
By the way, I got to tell you, and it's not in every case, but in a lot of cases of people I know that are very successful, have a lot of money, are filthier than anybody else I know. And they didn't make their money by being filthy, but they somehow have to make more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's never enough. You get to a
It's
point,
never
it's never
enough.
enough.
That's exactly what's happening.
Well, I always think about this too, even in Hollywood. Oftentimes people think, well, when I get to this level in Hollywood, then I will have made it. And I think people realize, like everyone thinks, well, okay, once I'm A-list, I'm in. But I always say, like, there's no there. You know what you're always thinking like there's a there. Like I won the Oscar or I'm in the A-list and I'm hanging out with Julia Roberts. There is no there. You're never going to be in the inner circle you think you're going to be in.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
And there's no satisfaction with all of that. So you have to be happy and learn inner satisfaction of what you're accomplishing instead of thinking that there's like this magical place to be. And I'm sure the same thing is in every industry, honestly.
Yeah.
Right.
It really is. It's
Good
just-
point, Kristen.
Why is it such an odd time right now, do you think? And I'm asking all of you, why did it get so weird? God, things now are just, I suppose it's all the television exposure to different levels of all of this stuff and the school systems and the this and the that. I suppose that's what it's all about, I would guess. I don't know.
I think a lot of people feel like they're falling behind.
Yeah.
That it's not one job that will pay their bills, it's multiple jobs. And if someone wants to have a parent stay at home, that oftentimes isn't achievable too. Like you have to have two parents working outside of the home, and
Just to
everyone
pay
should
your
have a
insurance
choice.
premiums. Just
You
to
want to
pay
work
your
inside the home or
insurance
work outside?
premiums.
The insurance, I'm very concerned about, even for myself, because I'm self-insured. I don't know what that's going to look like yet. I've got a couple,
Oh, yeah.
about a week to find out what that's going to look like for 2026.
A whole
I know.
week.
Yeah.
Woo.
Like a little sweating a little bit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
No question about it. Anything good? I know you only got like 3 more minutes left. Do you have anything to cheer us up? What do you
How
think?
can we cheer up? I think that this is kind of going to be an interesting trend. Gen Z wants to go to the movie theater. We've talked a little bit about that.
Oh, great.
So this
Love
is
it.
getting good, which I think will also carry over
Yep.
to Gen Alpha. But they're saying that Gen Alpha and Gen Z want to see animation versus live action. This is by a new study by UCLA.
I
doubt it.
agree.
Yeah.
Live action has been worn
been
out,
bad.
in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Real bad.
Ugh,
So this
God,
is
stop.
good. They want to see it in the movie theater. And I think that, we talked a little bit about this with Alex, saying K-pop Demon Hunters, which premiered on Netflix, then did a short run at the theaters, is coming back to theaters again for a sing-along for Halloween. And I know Alex is taking the kids. I think we're going to see more appointments like this where certain things are winding up in the theater. And to sort of align with that, Stranger Things, which we all know from Netflix, they are going to do the very final episode, which will be the series finale. It's a 2-hour series finale. They are going to bring it to the movie theaters December 31st and January 1st, so you can watch it on the big screen.
Nice.
Yeah,
Do you
so I
think-
think we're seeing just new ways of going back to the movies.
I love that whole idea. From the time I was a little boy, paying a nickel to get into the Empress Theater in North Minneapolis, I have loved going to the movie. It was just 2 hours of fantasy. It wasn't like, because I grew up in a very, very tough neighborhood. And to be able to go in a movie theater and see how other people lived was great. I loved it. It's like, ooh, I got something to shoot for. And I had friends in the neighborhood, and there are people I love in the neighborhood and all the rest of it. That's not what I'm saying. But it was very, very dangerous, and who the hell wants to bring their family up around something like that, right?
We used to have a neighbor who worked in the school district as a nurse and sort of a social worker sort of situation, and she would play Leave It to Beaver episodes for the kids, and they would cry.
Yeah.
They would literally
Yep.
cry when they watched that because everybody was so nice to each other. They couldn't believe it. It was like, what?
Even Eddie Haskell.
Even
Yeah,
Eddie
Mrs.
has.
Cleaver.
That was sad to hear. Very sad to hear.
I agree.
How hard, that so many people just aren't nice to their own children, their neighbors, their own families. It's just
Very few
that's-
people know their neighbors. It's not
That's
like
true.
it used to be. It's true.
That's unfortunate. All right, now we have to shove you out the door because you work on other stuff, which we don't really like, but
finish
I
my
guess we
article.
have to put
I
up with
stayed the whole show yesterday.
Yeah, you sure did.
Yeah, you did.
it. You sure
I didn't have
did.
to work after though either.
Yes,
so
thank
that
you.
was-
So
That's
so
a
I
good
could go.
yes. That's a good closer. What a great guest. What a nice man. How long have you known him?
I've known Mark Malkoff since I think 2010, maybe 2009, somewhere around
Really
there.
good guy.
He's a great guy.
Quickly, before you leave, a listener wants to recommend a movie called Freaks from 1932. Their
Oh,
favorite
Freaks, I've
scary
seen
movie.
that. I've seen
So
it.
if you want a classic scary movie, there you go.
It's a traveling circus, isn't it, Andy?
Let's see.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I
That
think
sounds
I-
about right.
The Gooble Gobble one, or is that something else?
Google gobble, Google gobble. Yeah,
One of us, one of us. Is that
One of
Freaks?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
it could be. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't
It
remember.
is, yes. It's a traveling
it is?
French circus.
There
And
you
a
go,
conniving
Kevin.
trapeze artist. He's
Ooh.
Conniving.
I gotta watch those
trap.
trapeze artists.
Don't forget that.
Season 2 of Nobody Wants Us is out on Netflix too. If anyone watched season 1,
Oh,
which
it is up. Yep, I
great
did.
show.
Yeah,
Great
it is
show.
a good show.
Yeah.
One thing I will tell you on the way out is I once again, You know, because a lot of people are reaching out. The show's getting bigger and bigger. Andy, you've seen the same thing, haven't you? The numbers are getting bigger.
Seems to be.
Your phone is ringing, dearest.
I know, but
Okay.
I'm just trying to let it go as best I can because it's in my pocket and whatever. Now I forgot what the hell I was going to say. Oh, people have actually reached out to me and said, Tom, you should put kind of a harder political edge on your show and go after some people. And it's like, I don't want to do that.
Some people like that. A lot of people
They do
like
love
that.
it. A lot of people love it. And I'm not saying it's bad that you love it, but I would rather, entertain people, point out, some things like Kristen does all the time about you should go here, here, or here because this is going on. I think the world really needs a more positive voice right now, and not every podcast is, we're going to burn them to the ground. It's like, oh,
I
God.
have enough of that.
So, yeah,
it's
that's
tiring.
why.
And I'm tired of politics,
Yes,
know.
absolutely.
God,
Absolutely
shut
true.
up already.
Everyone, quiet.
Yeah.
All right, you big baby. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
See you all tomorrow.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kristen Burt, Entertainment News, brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. I will tell you, and I'm very serious about this, Kristen Burt, you can spend a half an hour with her and you think it was about 5 minutes.
Yes.
It goes by quick.
She's
It
very
does.
good at her segment.
She
Very good.
really is.
She is.
I love working with her. How many years is it now? It's like 12 years.
13.
12 years, I think. 13?
13 years?
Yeah, we started
Honestly,
2012, and she was on our show very early. She was like episode 40 something, I think.
That's wonderful.
It was a long time ago.
What time's our next guest coming in? Do you know?
They're ready, so.
Oh, they are.
whenever
Okay,
we
excellent.
want them.
Why don't we take a break right here? Be right back. From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Allie?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands free, but you can't have your phone in your hand for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget. And now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you about my bank. That'd be North American Banking Company. When it comes to banking, it's all about trust, and that's what you get with them. They've been around since 1998, and they've always made it clear they're here to give you a better banking experience with a focus on the local community. And you won't be dealing with some AI chatbot either. You'll get straight answers and quick decisions from real people that know you and your situation and are always ready to help. So, if you're tired of the big national banks and want something better, stop by and see my friends at North American Banking Company. Visit nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Yeah, no, that's no problem.
Where the hell is Michael Bryant? I thought he was supposed to be in on Thursday.
Oh, yeah, he didn't show up today, did he?
Where the hell is he?
Well,
heard
who
from
needs
him.
him when we have
We have
our
Tim
special-
Slagle with us.
Yes.
Tim Slagle's with. How many years now, Tim, have we been getting together?
30?
About 30 years.
Probably
It is
30 years.
I think it's
Wow.
about 30 years. It's
Yeah,
true.
Nick Swartzen came in for Crash and Burn on Tuesday night.
Really?
Wow. Swartzen came into Minneapolis. He was in Minneapolis because I just talked to him yesterday, and he was in New York because he's doing a show with Adam Sandler and who the hell's the other one?
Somebody else.
Doing it here.
What's that?
I thought he was doing it here.
Yeah, he is there. He's
I thought
in
it was here
Minneapolis.
last
But-
night.
Oh, he's because he.
Yeah, you told me he was you told me he texted you and said, "Are you coming to the show?" And of course,
that's
we're not
right. He is
in
town.
Minnesota.
That was
so
last night.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Oh, I'm allowed to tell people you're not in Minnesota.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, at this
They've known
point,
that
it's
for
kind of
about
like, how can you even,
25
why
years.
would they be on StreamYard if they weren't?
Yeah, I don't know why the
out
hell I
of
thought
state?
just now why Nick was in New York, and I don't know why. Yeah, because he's in Minneapolis with Adam Sandler and
That's it.
who the hell? Somebody else was with him. I don't remember, but we should have had him on the show. Why didn't he come in and do the show? The pill.
Probably a little busy.
I don't
Typical.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're actually in another studio upstairs. We just don't want to sit with people.
Yeah, there you go. One thing I will tell you, honestly, and I'm very serious, I think the world of Nick Swardson. I love the guy, but I like his family more than I like him.
Well,
I'm telling Nick that.
Well, he said the
Goodness.
same thing about you. So.
Yes, he did. Absolutely he did. No, I do miss Nick. Nick, we hung out a couple of days, 2-3 days last year, something like that.
Yeah, he was in West Palm Beach. I think he was doing 2 or 3 shows here. And yeah, we saw him a lot.
We did see
More
him
than
a
we
lot.
have in years.
I'm looking forward to seeing him again. No question about it. I love when people like you, Tim Slagle, come in because I don't have to even work. You just entertain the hell out of everybody, and I sit there and listen to it. I think it's fantastic.
Well, I didn't. It wasn't entertaining people last night. It was.
No?
It was a tough. Well, it's crash and burn week, so it was new material.
Oh.
Okay.
yeah, you never know how it's going to go, huh?
Exactly. They did not buy it.
Really?
At least me.
I'm pretty sure I remember you coming in and promoting the first Crash and Burn ever, like several years ago.
That would have been 14 years ago.
14
Oh,
so
years
not-
ago.
God, yeah.
14? Yeah,
But this is the 14th year we've done it running. Yeah.
because we've been running for 13, just about a little more than 13 years. So it's
Right.
possible, but
It might have been a crossover. Yeah.
yeah, it might have been. Man,
I love the crossovers.
So what is your new stuff reaching into that they didn't like? Did you talk about how much you love-
Well, yeah. Some of the stuff was purposeful.
Okay.
I said that communism isn't going to work just because you call it socialism.
Oh, you did that in Minneapolis?
I don't know if Minnesotans are going
What
to
are
like
you
hearing that.
thinking? My God, I could have told you that.
We're all
I'm
communists.
thinking that people have to be challenged.
I love it.
Well, I
Minnesotans
agree,
don't like being challenged.
but I don't know about in Minneapolis.
No.
So why didn't you like the way the show went? What happened?
It just didn't have the momentum. Like I've been doing Crash and Burn for 14 years, and we found out that there's it seems like there's a Wednesday curse. Is that we come in on Tuesday and the audience is all set. They know what's going to happen. They're there to see somebody do comedy for the first time on stage, material for the first time on stage they'd never done before. So there's an excitement behind it, and we always kill on Tuesday, and we walk off stage thinking we're geniuses.
Good.
And
That's
then
good.
we come back on Wednesday with that arrogance, and it kicks us in the butt.
Okay.
So is it just no reaction to the bits, or what is it?
Yeah,
That's
no
what it is.
reaction. Looking at their watches.
Oh,
That's not great.
Oh.
I've
Well,
had that happen to me.
I can imagine Wednesdays are kind of like, it's Wednesday, the week's almost over. You know,
Kinda.
Yeah.
maybe it's just a
over
just
the
a
hump.
different mindset.
So do you continue now with it tonight, Friday, Saturday?
Yeah. Tonight's Thursday night. Tonight's a real fun night for it because we let the audience stay after the show. It's myself and the other 3 comics. We do a writing session every night after the show. We watch each other's sets. We take notes. And we give those notes after the show. But Thursday night we do them live on stage. We actually let the audience stick around
Ooh.
and watch us give each other notes, and then we open it up to the audience. So we actually get a little bit of audience feedback that, more so than just laughter or applause, which is normally all the feedback we get. And and they can say what they think. They can say that socialism is not communism. What were you thinking?
Oh, God. That's a big battle right now. There's no doubt about that.
And the drunker they are, I'm betting the more they make sense.
Yeah, that might be right.
There's nothing better for clarity than a good couple shots.
Yeah.
Where is comedy right now? I mean, there are different brands of comedy. I understand people do comedy differently, but there seems to always be kind of an equalizer in there. What is funny now? What do people find entertaining now? Has it changed?
Yeah, I think it's going back. I think there was a moment there where people were a little too serious and that nothing was funny. Nothing was allowed to be laughed at.
Right.
But there is an undercurrent that I think part of it started with Louis C.K. when he came back. and that the people started actually getting the courage to explore topics that weren't explored before, and its comedy has found its edge again, I believe.
Well, for a long time, it wasn't even lack of edge. It was just they didn't even try to be funny. They were just like mad, and they wanted
Yeah.
you to know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the Stephen Colbert style.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the rage.
yeah.
The daily
The joke
rage.
is that I hate this person. It's like that's
Yeah.
not funny, no matter who you are.
No, that's interesting you brought that up because I was actually going to ask you, without an open door to late night television, like what used to be Johnny Carson and those people, every one of those people has this very, very political view, and I don't see much funny on their shows anymore. Why?
Right.
Why are they doing that?
I have no idea. All I can think of is the networks look at it as an in-kind contribution to the DNC.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
guess.
because it's not
what it
making
appears
money.
like,
No
yeah.
one's watching
No.
it.
Oh, they're terrible. Their
Well, it's like
ratings
the
are
news
up.
networks. I mean, like Fox, CNN, MSNBC, they're all tanking, and they've been tanking for ages, but they just keep on doing the same thing. And it's like, you got to change at some point, unless making money isn't the idea.
Tim, where did you grow up?
I grew up south of Detroit, about 20 miles south of
20
Detroit.
miles south of Detroit. Because
Auto worker suburb.
So, I'm kind of glad that I asked you that question because when I worked at Capitol Records, 40 years ago, whatever that was, I used to travel to Detroit all the time. I loved Detroit.
Detroit was a beautiful place
It
for
was
a long time.
I thought it was terrific, and I was the last honky to go into the Top Hat. So I still understand. I'm still the last guy to go in the door there. So that's good. But I loved Detroit. I thought it was very entertaining. I liked the people. They were very forward. They were pleasant. They weren't pain in the ass to you. It's a different world now, I guess.
Clunk.
Here's an interesting factoid that will probably only appeal to people on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Is that
I'm listening.
There you go.
Is that back when telephones were dial phones, after just shortly after you had to call Mabel, the operator, to connect you, you were able to dial your own number, and the good numbers were the short pulls. So like if you had like a lot of ones and twos in your phone number, all the businesses wanted the ones and twos because they didn't want people to have to go all the way around to dial. So what they did was, when they decided that they were going to long distance, you had to use an operator, but then they had direct dial. So they assigned area codes, and the area codes, the biggest cities got the shortest pulls.
Oh,
So
sneaky.
New York was 212.
Yep.
LA was 213. Chicago was 312. Detroit was 313. It was number 4 as far as cities in America at that point.
Yeah.
God, isn't that amazing?
Oh, they had a lot of
Now
power.
it's slightly better than Gary.
Yeah, Minnesota was
Gary with
6-1.
an art museum.
Minnesota 6-1 so.
Not high priority. It's funny you mentioned like waiting for the phone to click over with the high numbers. I'm just imagining someone in like the 1920s dialing 999 in the UK for emergency.
Yeah.
It's like, emergency. Hold on, it's clicking around.
It's coming
Okay,
around.
we're gonna do the second 9 now. They'll
Yeah,
be here any moment.
When I was
Very
growing
true.
up, in Minnesota, it was my phone number was 545-0969. There was a lot of clicking.
Oh, 9. Yeah, wow, that's a lot of.
I know. I
O is
remember
even
always
higher than
being
9 on the rotary, right?
Yeah, it's 10.
It's 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, Margaret Brown just pointing out there was a Jeopardy question the other day about area codes.
I don't
So
know.
I
Jeopardy
guess a
is
lot of
so
people
long.
they're focusing on area codes because apparently they're a pain in the ass.
Excuse me, Margaret, there was Jeopardy answer
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
about area
Yeah.
codes.
They give you the
There you
answers,
go.
not the questions.
Not the question, was the answer. There you go.
Hire in the chat wanted to know who are all the comics that are going or that are at Crash and Burn this
Oh,
year.
okay. Well,
Very good.
it's myself.
Very good.
I produce it, so I host it. We also have David Crow back. This is the second time he's done it. It's
Excellent.
he did it in 2016, and he actually came up with 45 minutes rather than the required 20.
Wow.
That
Oh.
he turned into a one-man show that he did at the Fringe Festival in England.
Nice.
Oh, look who decided to show up
Tim
all
is
of
like,
a sudden.
who is
here.
this all of a sudden?
Well,
I think-
I am excited to see that Tim's on. Crash and Burn is probably one of the greatest weeks they have at Acme when they do it. And Tim, you've been doing it for how many years?
This is 14.
Yeah,
This is
it's
Crash and Burn 14. It's no other club in the world would do what Acme does with Crash
Yeah.
and Burn.
Mm.
No one would give up one of their 52 precious weeks to let comics bomb for 5 days.
it's really cool. And if you go early in the week and then go at the end and watch what they do and watch jokes they've traded and things they've done with jokes, it's incredible to see that, just the ingenuity that takes place.
Yeah, it's a
you see
completely
Tim.
different show from Tuesday to Saturday, but it's still the same topics, the same subjects.
So, Tim, I got to run this by you quickly because, you might not know this, but you're talking to a lawyer there. You probably do know that, but you're talking to a lawyer. So I just want you to be very, very careful because I think he didn't show up at the beginning because he thought that Brittany was going to be on.
Too much going on.
Ready. I'm getting ready for that next trial, and so it's been a hectic day.
Got another one. Man, you're busy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Tim, I do have a question. Have there been any breakout comedians coming out of Crash and Burn, or is it just kind of like just Minnesota institution comedians that are doing it?
Yeah, we've had comics that have gone on. Pete Lee has done really well. Chad Daniels has done really well.
Yep.
They both did it. Psy, of course. But I never want to give him credit for being a star now. Adrian Appalucci did it one year, and she's kind of on the way up. This year, we have Renan Hirschberg. I don't know if you know him.
No.
Really, really funny act. Really, really edgy. Really raw. And our local act this year is Nate Abshire. So
Excellent.
Nice.
I think Mike was. Did you have another idea?
Didn't Mary? I'm trying to remember her last
Mary
name.
Mary
didn't
Mack.
she do it one year?
yeah, Mary Mack did it one year.
Yep.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
great. I love Mary Mack.
He hasn't been in studio in a long time.
No.
I don't know what she's up to.
She's actually. I have a feeling that she's going to revive Prairie Home Companion.
Yeah?
She's like going around the Northwoods doing these music and comedy shows that are
Yeah.
very similar to what Garrison did.
Huh. Well, she's
So-
got the accent for it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, no
She
question.
sure does.
I got to bring this up because it's going to stick in my head the rest of the day if I don't. You just talked about people lined up to do the show with you and do things at the comedy club and all the rest of it. My favorite of all time, we got Chad Daniels to be on the show. He's coming in. I found out he's coming in right after this whole thing, going through this whole deal. And he kind of had this look on his face. And I said, Chad, what's happening? How you doing? He goes, I'm okay. So what's the matter? He goes, I'll just repeat what I won't even say his name, but one of the people over at the comedy club, won't even say the name of the comedy club, walked up to him as he was going out on stage and said, Chad Daniel, you know headliner. That's not very nice now, is it? And you might know who did that to him, by the way. That was not a very good accent, but it leads right to the source. Close enough, exactly.
I actually saw, and I don't know if it can't be real, but there's a woman who's claiming she had a stroke, and now everything she says it sounds like with an Asian accent.
That's the thing. It's called foreign accent syndrome.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah, if damage to a very specific part of the brain can make you talk in a foreign accent.
Ooh.
And it's involuntary.
Yeah, it sounds like she's being racist.
Yeah, that's the thing is everyone's assuming. Everyone's like, why are you doing this Chinese accent? What's wrong with you? But she can't help it because it's the way you talk. It's automatic.
I can't help it. This is the way I talk now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there it is.
Wow, that's weird.
There it is, I suppose.
Here's another vaguely racist thing that I think I can say because Lewis told me.
We're going to slowly climb the ladder until it's not acceptable anymore.
Lewis, according to Lewis, they had to recall when they first got facial recognition on the iPhone, they had to recall them in China because anybody could open anybody's phone.
Oh
I
God!
think I've heard that, actually.
Oh my God.
That's not a good idea. That's not good. Hey, Michael, you got this very serious look on your face.
There's
What the
no
hell's
comment.
going on?
I was just listening to the inadequacies of the iPhone.
Oh yeah, here's a news story about it. The iPhone X. Apparently, a lot of Chinese people are like their neighbors and stuff can just like open their phones.
Oh God!
So I guess they didn't test them on Chinese people because
It's yeah, or that's or the algorithm was designed by a white person.
yeah, exactly.
What iPhone are we on now? I don't even know.
14?
17.
17.
17.
Yeah.
What's mine?
Wow. So the X was a while ago
2?
then.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
7 phones ago. It was when they first got rid of the fingerprints.
Oh yeah, mine has a fingerprint thing. I like that.
Mine does too.
Oh, I don't have an iPhone. I got a Pixel 9 something, whatever it is. I don't care
mine's
that
a
much about.
Mine's a 13, so I'm not too
4
terribly
years.
behind the.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't have to upgrade your phone every 2 years. That's ridiculous. Because they're like $1,000 at this point.
It is doing strange things like my old iPhone did, and that's why I ended up getting a new one. I'll get these message dumps. Like I'll not have any phone calls, and then all of a sudden I'll have 15 emails.
Yeah, I remember
mean,
my phone did that a
voicemails.
while, like years ago. One of my phones used to do that. All of a sudden, to get like 8 voicemails at once.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's starting to do that crap, and then every time they do an update, it seems like something else is going wrong with it, and I have to go on YouTube and figure out the new settings that they clicked off that shouldn't have been clicked off, and it's like,
Yep.
all right, maybe I'll have to get another one just because it's so annoying.
Michael,
Well, actually, if you do the automatic updates, Apple will go into your phone and make it a little bit worse every
Yeah,
time they
for real.
update it.
They do.
So eventually, they make it completely non-functional.
Yeah,
and you have to
they
buy
do.
a new one.
Well,
Yeah,
It's
seriously.
like
It
they
used-
took the planned obsolescence the auto manufacturers were doing in the 70s
Yep.
and upped it one.
Yeah, because it used to be you could tell your phone when you wanted to update it if you ever did want to. Now it just does it whenever it's plugged in.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really annoying.
all right, I have to tell Michael something. Michael Bryant,
Yeah.
where you're sitting right now, where are you right now?
I'm in St. Paul at Jeff Anderson's office.
Okay, the reason I'm asking is that view we have behind you looks like an old episode of Superman when they used to climb up the building.
Da-da, da-da.
Yeah, it's
to climb
one
up
of
the
those
building.
one of those incredible, or those St. Paul buildings.
Yeah, no question.
The Great
We'll know how the
Northern
stock
Building.
market's doing if bodies start dropping behind you.
Exactly right.
It's called
All
the
right.
Great Northern Building. So
Oh, Great Northern. Yep, I know where that is.
I just found out that this thing that Catherine and Andy are calling a media dump or a cell phone dump, that's like my average life is phone calls. And
There, yeah. Yeah, but
Oh,
for me, I get
well.
like 2 calls a day at most, so it's
Yep.
unusual.
I get a lot of calls, but usually it rings.
A
Sometimes it
cell
doesn't.
phone dump sounds like something else you're doing.
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's
Very
what I
true.
call them. I don't think that's official or
Nice.
technical. It's just
good old
my
cell
word.
phone.
Nice.
You know?
I think that's your carrier, though. I don't think that's your phone. I think that's your carrier. That does
I've
that.
I've changed the carrier, and it still happens when the phone gets about 4 years old.
Huh.
I think. I mean,
Yeah, it's like it's
my
not
experience.
it's not like phoning home often enough or something like that. It's very
Because we were in
strange.
AT&T forever, and it just got so incredibly expensive.
Yeah.
And we went to Mint, which has been great
Nice and cheap too.
and cheap. It's been working great, and now all of a sudden I'm getting those strange dumps.
Really?
Yep.
Why don't we take a quick break here? That half hour went by very quick, or 25 minutes, I should say. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Michael, don't look like you're interested in what I'm saying. He's looking at me like, oh, that's really interesting.
2 minutes, you said.
I saw that look on
You
your
might have to run into court any minute.
I
So.
saw that. We'll be right back in 2 minutes. I'm talking with my friends Michael Bilski and Brad Huckle of North American Banking Company. Guys, business owners have had to deal with a lot over the last few years, haven't they?
They sure have, Tommy. We pride ourselves on being able to help our customers with the challenges they face.
Our business bankers are experts and are always ready to help our customers capitalize on opportunities and solve problems.
Loan decisions come quickly because they're made here in the Twin Cities and not shipped out of state like at some of the national banks in town.
This allows our customers to expand their businesses with confidence, knowing that they have our team of experts in their corner.
Okay, so now you give me this big thing at the end. Way to go.
Well, you are the professional.
Oh, I forgot. Look, I know Brad and Mike, and I trust them with my banking. They've personally delivered on everything they've just said, so why not bank with my banker? North American Banking Company, a better banking experience, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Let's talk about Jack's, ladies and gentlemen. Family owned since 1933 in historic Northeast Minneapolis. Serving steaks, and some of the best steak you're ever going to have in your life, I'll tell you that. Prime rib too, chops, fresh fish, seafood. Generations of Minnesotans have loved them. The holiday season's just around the corner, and there is no better time to celebrate at Jack's. Private company parties, traditional family dinners, old friends, or even a date night after shopping, Jack's is extra special. Just before Thanksgiving, all the holiday lights and decorations will be in place and ready for your dining experience. So don't forget the special events coming up. Jack's annual Hunter's Dinner. I've been telling you about that for several weeks now. It's on November 4th, right around the corner now. A Thanksgiving dinner, breakfast with Santa, December 6th, 13th, and 20th. The holiday buffet brunch on December 21st. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day celebrations too. Visit jaxcafe.com. That's JAXCAFE.com for all the latest updates and for making reservations. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
That actually sounded like a real song, Andy. Was that AI again?
Yeah, this is called Thunderbird Tango.
Thunderbird Tango.
I don't know, the noises are a little weird.
You're fine. Don't worry about a thing. So what else is happening in the world?
I think
Anything
you could
good?
actually go on Chat GPT and hum something, and Chat GPT will turn it into a full song with full orchestration.
Well, I know
Really?
there's tools out there that can do that. I think Sona, something like that, might be one of the more popular ones. I've never done it, obviously,
What
but I
happens
know
if
you
it turns
can.
into a fantastic hit? Who owns it?
That depends on the service. Some of them you can own these songs. You can sell them if you want.
Really?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How
For
about
now.
How about using people's voices? Can you do anything about that?
You can talk to your union.
Because I have had 2 commercials I've heard now that I'm doing that I didn't do.
Talk to your union.
You start drinking again, maybe?
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. There you go.
Because I'm sure that happened like 30 years ago a lot.
Tom, it's still. Oh, a personal attack from Slagle. Here we go. Burn me to the ground. Don't worry about my personal feelings. Yeah. No, but it's it's weird to hear your own voice and you know that it's not you. That's
Right.
really weird to hear. No question. So what else is happening? Anything good
For me,
for you and Michael Bryant?
I just getting ready for another trial. Start on Monday, so we're
There's
just
the building
working away.
again.
Came off a week and a half trial that ended last Wednesday, and we start another one on Monday.
what kind of
Man.
attorney are you, Michael?
Mostly, my main thing is plaintiff's personal injury. We do some criminal. I've got a full-time criminal lawyer, and then right now we're in the middle of a 40 cases we've got against the Diocese of Winona for sexual abuse that happened in the 70s, and we've tried
wow.
2. We got a $7.5 million verdict and a $4.6 million, and then we got one coming up on Monday.
Nice.
If you ever have
we'll
a
see.
$4.6 million settlement I could pick up.
Settlement. These are trying. These are good American Minnesotans given the verdicts.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant.
Settlement verdict doesn't matter. Just give me money.
Yeah,
Well,
give me the
Hope's
money.
going to have to
That's all
sell
I'm
some art.
So, Tim, what time does the show start tonight?
Showtime tonight is at 8 o'clock, and then it'll be about between like 10:30 and 11. If you want to come in and just see it's free to come in and see the writing session. That's it'll be like 10:30, 11. You can just drop in, or like I said, if you come in for the show at 8, you can just stick around and make a late night of it.
Great.
Tim, did that change? Because there at some point early they didn't do it was all private, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all private, and it was. I think it was around the pandemic we started doing it because we had to kind of do virtual crash and burns.
Sure.
And then we thought, well, since we're doing the virtual crash and burn, let's do a virtual writing session. And then after that, we just said, let's just keep that because it's been fun ever since the past 5-6 years we've been doing it. It's been really fun to hear and productive as well. Because there was one year, someone in the audience told me that I was doing an old joke that she had heard many, many times.
Oh.
And 3 shows with the other comics, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, none of them would tell me that I was being a hack.
Oh, wow.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I don't know if
friends.
they
a
didn't
lot.
want to embarrass me or they thought it was funny. So I don't know. But it took someone in the audience to actually tell me, yeah, that's a real old joke.
Was it a Robin Williams joke?
No, it was about Preparation H. So,
Okay.
Oh,
I
wait a minute.
don't think
Do I
there's
know that
anything
joke?
new jokes about Preparation H.
They've all been done at this point.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. What is the joke? Oh, you don't want to probably tell the joke. Never mind.
Yeah, I was embarrassed that I ever told it once. I really don't want to do it twice.
Hey, we're here to
I only
laugh,
told it 3
man.
times, so.
Tom, you actually sound like a talk show hack there with the old, tell me a joke, comedian.
Yes, told me. I was Johnny Carson for a second there. Is that what you're saying?
Be funny.
Or Joey Bishop, maybe. That's who I was.
Yeah.
Have you ever asked Alexa to tell a joke?
No.
Yeah, I have a 4-year-old kid, so yeah,
That'll
we've
do
heard
it.
all of those, and they're all very they're super cheesy, but they're kid friendly, and he loves them. So it's like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do it for job security. Because
Yeah.
if Alexa ever figures out actually how to write good jokes,
Yeah.
I'm in trouble.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
count on it.
Yeah, but as long as they're like, they're like, what's a pirate's favorite slur? The R word.
Mm.
God.
They're like
jokes,
that.
right?
And I'm wondering, I hope Alexa's writing them. I
Yes.
hope it is artificial. I hope it's her that are. I hope they're not paying people to write these.
Well, we've had Kostaki. Do you know Kostaki Economopoulos?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had him on a billion times on our show, and a couple times he's mentioned. It was like a couple years ago when AI started becoming a big thing. He was like, "All right, let's see what AI can do in terms of writing jokes." And he said that they were all just like god awful, just unusable material. And he didn't expect to use them on stage. He just wanted to see what it was capable of.
Mhm.
And he said that they were just so bad. And I mean, I don't doubt it because AI isn't creative.
No.
Well,
No, that's true. Yeah.
It's interesting because I asked ChatGPT to write a bit for me, and Grok to write a bit for me.
I bet Grok did a lot better.
Grok did much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said to do it in my style, and the ChatGPT was, what's the deal with payphones?
Classic Schlegel joke right there.
So obviously
Yeah, Seinfeld all the
ChatGPT
way.
knows that Schlegel's quite old, and that he did a Preparation H joke on Crash and Burn one year, and figured, he's a hack. But
I love that stuff.
but Grok actually nailed me.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's I'm sick of the international globalists trying to influence American politics. It was like dead on Schlegel.
Yeah, it's a bit. Boy, the world is really weird right now. Kath and I were watching the national news this morning. Is there anybody that doesn't hate everybody? Is there anybody left that doesn't hate everybody else?
That's
I
the
don't hate
brand.
anybody.
That's the branding right now.
I don't either. I don't hate anybody.
Yeah.
Got some people who hate me, but
Yeah, they hate us. We don't hate them.
That's exactly it.
We feel sorry for them, I think.
Yeah, maybe that's what it's all about. I think in my life, I got to be honest with you, going all the way back to being a little kid, and maybe it was Steve Allen or Johnny Carson or somebody. That's what I wanted out of life, was to sit and laugh and watch somebody like Steve Allen or Johnny Carson or go down the list of people. From way, way back, I didn't want to dislike anybody. I just wanted to like the people I liked, and everything's good, right?
Yeah. I think the big thing today, or at least it's been for the past couple days, is the big beautiful ballroom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
With
Jesus,
getting everybody
yes.
going.
It's sad to see where the White House looks right now, though. The photos of the
Yeah.
walls down. That's just.
Yeah.
It's not an opinion because I know why it's being done, but it's not a political thing. It looks sad to see it like that.
Yeah.
Well, just the East
apparently they
Wing,
pulled.
and that's only been there since 1942.
Yeah.
And it was built to cover the bomb shelter in case
right.
the Germans started
Yep.
attacking.
Yep.
So it is kind of dated. It's we don't need that bomb shelter anymore. They've
No,
got
you never know.
And
well,
there's
no, they've got something much deeper now. They've got
Oh.
because that one was only it was conventional warheads from the 40s.
No, they got bunker busters now.
Yeah. So now they've got like a really deep one that, and then it's got like living area. So if there's a nuclear war, they can survive with their whole family. And so I mean, they have an alternate. They don't need that anymore.
Who would want to?
Who'd want to
really.
live through that?
Yeah, I know.
No,
I
thanks.
thought spend time with your family. I was like, wait,
No,
is something
I
changed?
mean,
Bernard can't
come
help.
up and everybody's just like a zombie and
Yeah, I know. It's
half
like,
dead. And,
If you've ever
God,
played
no.
or watched Fallout, like, would you want to be the kind of person going through the wasteland and encountering ghouls and that sort of thing?
all the water's
Absolutely.
foul,
I mean-
no food.
Absolutely.
No.
Unless somebody tells you what happens when when you died, I'd want to stay as long as I could because you don't know if it's done.
All right.
Yeah, well, I think it's I think if you're president, it's going to be more like the Doctor Strangelove thing. It's like, well, we will have to repopulate the world, so we figure maybe one man for every 20 women in the shelter.
That's a good take right there, no question about it. You're still getting really good response when you show up to do shows, and people still do want to go see comedy, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. It's
Great.
I think
Comedy's
comedy right now is probably as big as it's been since the 80s.
Yeah.
Good.
As big as it was.
Glad to hear
It's definitely, there is a resurgence. And people know comedy now. That's the neat thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that they because of the internet and blogs and podcasts, people know more about comedy today than they ever did in the 80s.
Yeah, the acting numbers have been real good. The shows I've been to, there's been good turnouts there.
Good.
Yeah, it's nice to hear.
And now, we talked about it earlier, but people want to go back to the movie theater. I think they're really missing it. I suppose people under 40 don't care one way or the other, but
No, Kristen was saying that it's the younger people that want to go back to the movie.
yeah, the
theaters.
younger people
Well,
want to go.
she said Z and Alpha, but they specifically want to watch animated movies, which makes
Right.
sense.
I would hate to lose. We down here had this magnificent movie theater. What was it called again? Remember?
The Rosemary Square one, I don't
It was
remember
on
what
the
it was
Rosemary
called.
Square.
It's like
Just spectacular, and they tore it down, and it's been sitting. It's an empty lot, just sitting there for the last 3 years.
there's a guy that basically owns West Palm Beach.
Yeah,
Mr. Green.
Mr. Green.
Yeah.
Green.
The related corporation. And one minute there's pickleball courts there, and the next minute they're all ripped up. He just can't decide what he wants to do with his area.
Right.
So that's where Mr. Green ended up, because what happens in a criminal case is the judge needs to let you out of a case that's coming close to trial. So lawyers used to go in and say, the reason why I can't keep being this client's lawyer is because the lack of Mr. Green. I need Mr. Green to testify. And since I don't have Mr. Green, I need to get out of this case. So that's where Mr. Green ended up.
That's where he is. Yeah,
so
he's
good to
down here.
know.
He's down here owning the world.
Down here hanging out.
Yep.
Keeping the money he was supposed to put into the case.
Yep.
Tim, did you ever appear at the West Palm Beach? What the hell was it called? The Laugh?
Oh, it was.
Oh yeah, no, I never did.
You never did. It was a beautiful,
Never did
beautiful
West
theater.
Palm.
Yeah, West Palm. Oh, but there are a lot of people love their comedy down here.
Oh, he
there's no
ripped that
question.
one down too, Mr. Green did.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Now it's in the Kravis Center, which is like their
Oh, that's right.
big performance area.
Yeah, that's right. They're basically tearing everything down, and we'll see how it goes, I guess. I don't know, whatever works. We need to take one more break, come back, and we'll wrap it up. That's only if Michael Bryant can stay for another 5 minutes, You know what I'm saying? We'll be right back, wrap it up right after this. For Brad John Bryant, Michael Bryant. Michael, what's up?
Dealing with another case where a person gave a statement to the adjuster because they thought the person was really friendly.
Is that a good idea?
Well, the problem is they know the law when they call you up. And while you're trying to be fair and you're trying to get help, the reality is there are questions you get asked that the way you answer them make a big difference. And people put themselves in trouble when they
aren't in trouble. They didn't do anything wrong, but suddenly the adjuster's got a statement that can blow up their case completely.
What has caused people to be so untrustworthy, I guess is the best way I could put it? They take advantage.
Well, insurance companies have hired adjusters whose job it is to deal with unrepresented people. So they're supposed to kind of lure them in, call them every day, see how they're doing. And people are like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Where the reality is they've kind of adjusted to their problem that they've got going on. So it's not that they're completely better, but the way they say it gets to be a problem. And that's why having somebody who can explain your rights, represent you, make sure that you understand the law before you give a statement can make a big difference in your case.
Michael Bryant, Bradshaw and Bryant. You're listening to me, your customers are listening to us, and they'll hear me promote your business. The Tom Bernard Podcast attracts thousands of listeners who are loyal, engaged, and ready to support businesses they trust. Our podcast has helped numerous businesses increase traffic, sales, and brand recognition. We're not just about ads, we're about results. So whether you're a local business or a national brand, we offer custom advertising packages designed to fit your unique needs and goals. Our audience spans multiple demographics, allowing you to target your ideal customers with precision, from millennials to baby boomers and everyone in between. With the broad reach of the show and passionate following, your business will see increased visibility and awareness, translating into more customers and, of course, sales. Back, ladies and gentlemen. Benson has a good point. They need to make movies more affordable to show up for. Make movies, entertaining, keeping your political message out of the script. I think movies got way carried away with the political messages. There's no question about it.
Well, it's
do movies need to cost $300 million to make? Is that necessary?
Apparently they do, yes.
But God, I like that. Remember dinner in a movie? It was a wonderful experience. No question about it.
You can still find deals. I think most movie theaters have like a Tuesday thing where you can get a popcorn, a drink, and a ticket for, like under $20 or something like that.
It's true.
So
the only time I go to the movie theater is when there's a power failure.
That's it.
It's something to do.
It's what are we going to do? Well, let's go see a show. And we go on our phone and we say, okay, what do we want to see? And we've got a 12 screen theater and a 16 screen theater not far from us. That's 28 screens. Right. And you would think there'd be something we'd want to see.
That does happen.
It is hard to find something that isn't just. I think I don't know what's gone on with Hollywood, but they're just not creative anymore. They just don't have any new stories. They rehash the same old stuff over and over again, or they become political. It's just like, do something new.
Right.
Just tell a story. It doesn't have to be the greatest story in the world. It can just be a sweet story.
I'm waiting for the end of the somewhat elderly man murders a bunch of people genre to end.
They got the Ed Gein story on national television right now. I mean, that's about as brutal as it gets. No question about it.
And everyone's watching. I just don't. Why is everyone watching it? Why is everyone watching Ed Gein?
Well,
Ed Gein.
Because the lore about him has been around for so long, and I think he is probably the most deranged person in our time. One of them.
Maybe your time.
He's way up there. He's way up there in derangement.
Well, wasn't he, and this goes back to the 1950s, wasn't he one of the first people that ever came forward and said he'd rather be a woman? I think Ed Gein went through this whole deal where he wanted to be a woman and dress like a woman, but his mother
according to
wouldn't
the
let him.
first episode, yes.
Yeah,
that
right.
he was putting on his mom's underwear and
he
whacking
was putting
off
on his
and
mom.
Yeah, it sounds like he wanted to be his mom. Yeah,
He put on his mom.
Yeah,
it wasn't just her underwear.
And like I said, we don't know.
Yep.
We don't know if any of that's true because it's a Hollywood story, so they have to make it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But he was the inspiration for every psychotic killer almost to follow.
For a while, yeah.
I mean, from Psycho
yeah.
through
Psycho,
Silence of
definitely.
the Lambs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Both based directly on him.
Yep.
They are indeed. Any closing words from anyone? Michael, you're an attorney. You can close it out, can't you?
Closing arguments for this show, please.
No, just go see Crash and Burn. It's a great experience. If you can go a couple nights, it's even better. And there's Tim.
And Tim is also there.
They
When-
threw in Tim.
Okay, so there's still tickets available.
Limited tickets available tonight. We've been selling out so far, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Even during the Vikings?
What? Yeah. Well,
Wow.
Tonight.
What are they?
The Viking game.
If they lose one more, they're out of the playoffs, right?
Pretty much it.
Ready? Jeez, it just
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, that was quick, huh?
Yeah.
So we sold out last night. The night before, we probably will sell out tonight. So there might be limited tickets available for the show tonight at 8:00. Still, there are tickets available 7, 9:30, Friday and Saturday. 612-338-6393 or acmecomedycompany.com.
I love the fact that you always come in, Tim. It's always great to see you. Have a great time. We have some laughs, so I really do appreciate you coming in.
Oh, it's the highlight of every week I'm in Minnesota.
Only when you're in Minnesota, though.
Well, you never have me on otherwise.
I have you on whenever you want to be
Give
on,
us a
pal.
call.
Okay, I will.
Like I said,
might
right
be
now,
Tim, they have me on, so the threshold's really low.
yeah, low threshold. That's exactly right.
Got a couple of wrap-up things to talk about.
Okay, here
So
we
Monday the
go.
20. Oh, okay.
Bye.
All right, Michael.
Bye.
See you later.
Monday the 27th is going to be the Jack's Cafe giveaway drawing. So go to x.com/Tom Bernard Show. Comment under the pinned tweet for your chance to win your $100 Jack's Cafe gift certificate thingy. I just got word this is going to be the second to last one. So we're going to do one on the 27th and another on the 10th, and that'll be that. So
Oh,
if you want your $100 at Jack's Cafe, now is your second to last chance. So I would go ahead and do that if I
Get
were
on
you.
it.
We got
That
a
works.
text from a listener listening to us from Neepawa, Canada, in
Hello,
the
Neepawa.
Manitoba area. So there you
That's
go.
nice to hear.
We got a Canadian listener,
Well,
the elusive Canadian listener.
Canada, Minnesota's the same thing anyway, isn't it?
They're pretty similar.
Might as well
Two of our-
watch the show while you're waiting to get in to see a doctor, huh?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Two of our favorite shows are based in Canada. Corner Gas.
Oh God, I love Corner Gas.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
still
God.
standing. We love those shows.
Yep. Very, very true. All right, Tim, come back soon. I loved seeing you again. You're always a great guest, and come back quite often if you can.
I will.
Thanks, pal. That's going to do it. Have a great Thursday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.